Plaintiff Terry Vidito was married to the defendant for 14 years, but he's suing because he loaned the defendant money for their 18-year-old daughter to have surgery on her jaw, and he has yet to be repaid. Defendant Abigail Vidito says her marriage to Terry fell apart due to infidelity and the fact that he wanted her to quit coaching cheerleading. Abigail is countersuing for breach of contract and emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you, sir.
So, Abigail and I used to be married for 14 years, I think. I lose track of time.
Starting when? What year?
This is surprising.
Abby?
You remember the year?
Yeah, it was 2003.
He does too. He's just playing crazy just to try and hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
All right, 03, you all married, and how was that?
It was fine.
Okay, good. So let me hear from you. Maybe you can expand on things a little.
Well, he doesn't remember when we got married, so that kind of sets up the marriage. But yeah, we were married, got together when I was young, 18. We had 4 kids, tried to make it work. It didn't work.
How were things going? What went wrong? What were the problems?
I just really couldn't make him happy, and there was some infidelity and
That's a long time.
a lot of traveling, so it just didn't work.
Okay. All right. And there was no incident that ended it in particular?
The incident was he wanted me to quit coaching cheerleading, and I just couldn't.
Okay.
I drew the line at some point, as silly as it sounds. That's what it was.
All right. Any other comments from you regarding the marriage and divorce?
No.
All right. You're suing for $2,400. How does she owe you that?
In November of 2020, she needed a loan to get some surgery procedure done on our daughter because her jaw was broke, but the procedure was cosmetic. And I tried to get my daughter to contact me about it. And I wanted her to share some responsibility in the debt for the company that she was keeping. And she would never contact me. So Abigail, my ex-wife, wanted to just get the money, wanted me to just help pay it. I said, no, she has to have some responsibility in this issue. She's going to either talk to me and repay the loan back to me for the money, or you can just borrow the money.
How old is the child?
18.
All right. And what was the agreement?
The agreement was basically to borrow her
$4,100.
$4,100, and she was to repay in payment starting in December of $100 increments each month. And if she didn't pay that back, then we had to go to court. She was going to pay for all the cost involved in that also. And out of her tax check, I believe, she was going to give me $2,000 towards this loan. So she fulfilled the obligations from December until past month, which she failed to pay. And I contacted Abby, and she said, just do what I have to do, and wouldn't give me any indication of when she was planning on paying it. I tried to get a commitment out of her, and I couldn't. So instead of arguing with her and texting back and forth, I just filed a lawsuit.
Okay, how did she cause you emotional distress?
You can't tell I'm stressed?
Nope, you're smiling. You usually smile when you're stressed?
So to be honest with you, I didn't realize the
Do
emotion.
you usually smile when you're stressed?
Yes.
All right, so yes, you appear to be stressed if you smile when you're stressed. What are you stressed about today? Right now?
I'm not very stressed.
You said you were. You said that's what you do when you laugh. That's exactly what you said.
It is.
I said, why are you smiling? I said, are you stressed now? You're laughing again. All right, let's hear from you, man. Playing games with me. All right. Go ahead. Let me hear from you about the contract.
I did sign a contract. Days before, he had agreed to pay for it without a contract and charging me extra money to make money off of me. And at 11:30 at night, the night before the surgery, he decided he didn't want to pay because my daughter did call him, and she's only 7 days into 18. And then at 11:30 at night, he said he just didn't think she had learned a lesson from this and wasn't going to. So we're sitting in the parking lot the morning of. I would have went to a different family member to borrow money if I knew he was going to back out the day of. And I'm sitting in the parking lot begging for money, and he sends me a DocuSign contract charging me $400 more than the surgery costs just to prepay it for me.
How
to
much
pay.
did he loan you on this? He loaned you the entire
The
amount?
$4,100, no, $3,735 was paid to the
This
doctor.
says 40, but this says 4,100.
That he wants to make extra money off of me.
All right. And how much of that have you paid?
$2,700.
All right. Sir, what do you say she's paid?
I believe she's paid $2,700 back. Abigail and I used to be married for 14 years, I think. I'll lose track of time.
Starting when? What year?
This is surprising.
Abby,
Remember the year?
Yeah, it was 2003.
He does too. He's just playing crazy just to try to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Defendant Abigail Vidito was married to the plaintiff, but she claims their marriage ended due to infidelity and the fact that he wanted her to quit coaching cheerleading.
What is your claim for $1,500? How does he owe you?
So the $500 is what he had agreed to pay me for our daughter's graduation party. It was in the month of July, the month I defaulted on this. And he, at the last minute, again, it was about a week's notice this time. Instead of day of, he decided he wasn't paying me. So money was short that month. I did talk to him multiple times and told him money was short because I spent $1,200 on a graduation party, which for a teacher is half a month's pay. So he knew why I was short. I told him I would get him the money. He gave me a 6-day grace period and had already filed papers within 6 days of being late. So the $500 is what he verbally said he would do. And there is a text message that shows he's not paying me anymore because I didn't add him as a friend
What's
on
the
Facebook.
emotional distress for?
Emotional distress is everything he put us through that day of begging in the parking lot, begging and begging for money.
Emotional distress between two divorcees with children. It should never be expected that they would have an argument.
you know, can I talk about this?
Yes.
All right, so here's the issue. So the agreement between us was this. There's nothing in writing, but this is the truth agreement. The agreement was she was going to add me to a Facebook page where she had invited people to this party to show that we were co-hosting the party. And in turn, I was going to give her $400 or $500. I don't remember the exact amount, but we'll just run with $500. And she would not do this. So after a week of asking her, I said, instead of continuing arguing with her, I just said, I'm out. Do your own thing. That's it. Not that I don't think I should contribute to my daughter, but I contribute a lot of money to Abigail and my kids. 3 years ago, I gave Abigail $10,000 to get a new car. Here you go, Abby. You're in a financial situation. You need a vehicle. Here's $10,000. I don't want a dime back. Go ahead. Never asked for it back. My daughters need cars. Get them. I spent $20,000 on getting Jada 2 cars. I spent $10,000, $8,500 on getting Tessa a car, my other daughters. You know, so there's money going out. And I'm not asking Abigail to, hey, where's your portion of this? You're her mother. Because I understand that there's responsibilities that she has and I have. She's the primary caregiver. You know, she's taking care of them all the time. She does a lot of little things for them that probably adds up to that sum. But it's everybody contributes in their own way is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm the father and I'm not doing anything. I do what I'm supposed to do for my children.
Sounds like it to me. And with regard to the 500, sir, however, it's based on agreement. And she says you agreed to pay the 500.
Based on the terms of the agreement. The terms of the agreement is we're both going to put this party together and I'm going to be able to invite people. She never added me. I never
When
got
was
to
the
invite one
was
person.
that a condition that you all agreed to?
No, we were going to do it together. We were still doing it together. I
He
added
said
him.
on the condition that he can invite people.
No.
And somehow you stopped.
I added him to the invite list. I couldn't make him a co-host. I sent him pictures of it. Like, I can't add you. I said, tell me the names.
Saying allow his friends of.
Oh, yeah, but I said, give me any names. I'll add them.
Okay,
or
needed the
make your
names.
own Facebook invite.
Got it.
Or I have hard copy invitations you can send to them.
Okay.
It was too
You
much
can
work.
invite. I
What'd he
just
say?
didn't think I needed him as a Facebook
What did
friend.
he say to that about?
He said
I'll
he
give you an
acknowledged you said
invitation?
all those things, but no, I want to be a Facebook friend, to be added as a co-host, to have the right to push the button.
And what day was the party?
July 10th.
And the text you were referring to is on what page? Where it
is-
says something about money
It is
from him to
on
you.
Page 6, I believe. Let me.
Page 6, maybe assuming I'm still invited to the party. Money, most likely not giving any money towards party. I told you I would, but if we agreed to put party on together, you were supposed to add me.
Exactly.
I never would say I'm adding.
You were supposed to add me so I could invite people, but refused to do it. You did add me as a guest, but I cannot invite people. You did offer to invite people if I told you who, but that don't work for me. If you change your mind quickly on this, we can go back to our arrangement. If not, I'm done discussing it with you. What was your response to him?
I said
that?
I'm not adding him as a Facebook friend.
And that was the end of that conversation?
Yep. And then he asked if he could still come later on.
Yeah, but him inviting his guests, there was no more discussion of that?
His whole family was invited already.
How did she cause you emotional distress?
You can't tell I'm stressed.
Nope, you're smiling. You usually smile when you're stressed?
Yes.
All right. What are you stressed about today?
I'm not very stressed.
You said you were. I said, are you stressed now? You laughing again.
Defendant Abigail Vidito was married to the plaintiff, but she claims their marriage ended due to infidelity and the fact that he wanted her to quit coaching cheerleading.
He wanted his name on there, so when people got an invitation, they know it's from him. These are his friends. If my brother sends out invitations to somebody for a party, and he says, Greg, you can invite friends, and he gives me invitations, and my name isn't on it, I send that invitation to 100 people, say, and only a few of them are likely to come. They're going to say, I don't really know his brother. I don't have no relationship with his brother. His name ain't on here.
Your Honor, neither of our names.
He's not inviting me because his name ain't even on here. This is something his brother want me to come to. Pardon, ma'am?
Your Honor, neither of our names were on the hard copy invitation. Mine wasn't on there either.
It was on the Facebook one.
Because
Your name.
because it just said I was a host.
Pardon?
It says I was a host on Facebook.
Yeah, and that's what he wanted to be
Exactly.
added as the host.
He has a Facebook account. Why couldn't he make his own?
He asked
invite?
you, ma'am, and you refused, period. He asked you for something very simple, to put him down as a co-host,
Your Honor,
and you wouldn't.
I had
Your
to add
claim
him
is
as a
dismissed for the $500. Yours is granted, sir, $1,400. She agrees that she has not paid it all off. Have a good day. That's my judgment.
I just really hope that at some point you can get past the animosity and kind of like start to move forward.
I'll work on that.